sponsors, but they are from Ukraine. Can we give them all a round of applause, please? These guys have worked so very hard. And they're going to carry on working hard. And they're doing it for t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. That is dedication to sport. Okay. We have had 2 epic days of lifting. We have another epic day of lifting ahead of us and another week beyond that. So, let me first of all thank Eleiko, at whose headquarters we are. This is the Eleiko Sports Centre in Halmstad, Sweden. From a humble waffle iron to the best equipment in the world, ladies and gentlemen. The bench, the deadlift platform, the plates, the bars, the platform itself, everything here is made from the finest Swedish steel. Don't forget to visit our sponsors SPD. They have their stand selling the finest apparel and equipment known to man. And finally, last but very much not least, our friends from White Lights Media are going to be around and about taking a photograph from every imaginable angle and a couple that aren't even imaginable to make sure that your competition photo and video packages are the best ever. Make sure you talk to White Lights Media. 1 minute to lift off. First weight on platform 1 is 180 kilos for Nezar Balil from Morocco. First weight on platform 2 is 140 kilos for Tomas of Denmark. Yes, thank you, Bill. That's why Bill won the jury. Platform 1 is on your left, platform 2 is on your right. The numbers are right, but the numbers of the platforms were wrong.
And welcome back to the IPF World Championships live in Halmstad, Sweden at the Eleiko headquarters. This is Six-Pack Lapidat on platform 1. We have the 93 kilo Master 1 lifters. And it's all come down to this. We're going to start off in the squat event as we always do with 140 kilo loaded on the bar, where Tomas Hansen of Denmark is going to start it all with his opening lift.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the time is up.
Looking at the projected, it looks like it's going to be quite the battle. If the projected is to be believed, you got to keep in mind this is based off of the opening lifts given, and then as we move forward, the completed lifts with the opening lifts for the future events. But once the lifting starts, things kind of get shaken up, don't they? Hansen of Denmark, 140 kilo. And that looks pretty much bang on what you want your opener to look like. 3 white lights. Nobody wants a major struggle here with your opener. You got 9 lifts. You got to conserve your energy. You probably don't have 9 grinders in you. Unless you're Panda from France, it's probably a bad idea because you're going to empty the tank far too early and be done by the time deadlifts roll around. K. Mild of Germany, 155 kilo on the bar for his opener. Another nice opener there. And if you're new to powerlifting, you get the squat command only after your knees are, you unrack the weight, your knees are locked out, shoulders back, you're standing erect, and you get the squat command, you dip down below parallel, come back up with it, and you will get the rack command. Only again when your knees are locked and you're standing erect, and then you get the rack command. Then you can start moving your feet forward. Cannot just your feet moving around after you're told to squat. 160 on the bar. Abdul Salim of India. Looks like a nice squat opener as well. Abdul Salim is on the board, 3 white lights. And Mild of Germany, who opened up with 155 and looked relatively easy, has opted to scratch on his second and third attempts. Interesting. Now the home nation, Tomas Edvinson, 210 kilo loaded on the bar for him.
Bar loaded on 2.
Nice looking opener there.
Good lift on 1.
The danger when you open too high, if this is international travel, and obviously that wasn't the case with the Swede, but if you're traveling, time zone change, you got a weight cut while traveling a time zone change, you might be a little off. If you miss your opener due to a technicality, and you go up in weight anyways, and then you miss your second due to strength because you're not as strong as you thought you might be with a bunch of other factors in play, now you backed yourself against the wall. So you usually keep your weight low for your opener. And if you miss it with a technicality, you keep the weight low again if you have to retake it. 217.5 kilo for Frederick Correa of Sweden. Three white lights.
No lift on 2. No lift on 2. I'm sorry. 3 reds. Bar loaded on 1.
Eno Lengelutz of Spain. 230 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Three white lights, and Eno was on the board. And so far, all of the gentlemen hitting depth appropriately and are picking the right weight. Keto Allen of Canada, the 93 kilo Canadian national champion in his first World Championships, opening with 235 kilo. Switched over to powerlifting after a professional MMA career. But no major fight needed for that opener. Three white lights.
Good lift on 2.
240 kilo now being loaded. Helge Hansen of Norway. Hansen fired up for his opener. You'll see a whole lot of different approaches. Some people like to be calm, cool, and collected for the opener, and as the weight gets heavier, the intensity rises. Some people come out full of fire from the beginning to the end. Three white lights.
Loaded on 1.
240 kilo will stay on the bar for Miklos of Hungary. Miklos Fekete.
Loaded on 2.
Miklos making it look easy. Three white lights.
Good lift on 1.
Finishing the openers on platform 1, Sebastian Huffer of France. 245 kilo loaded on the bar for Sebastian. Thus far, all the gentlemen have hit their openers.
No lift on 2, 2 to 1.
Sebastian opening the heaviest.
Bar loaded on 2.
And the weight still moves pretty quickly for him. 3 white lights, and that's that. Everybody is on the board. Now it's time to start adding kilos towards those totals.
Bar loaded on 1. Good lift on 2.
$155 kilo for Hansen of Denmark. Jumping up 15 kilo from his opener.
Bar loaded on 2.
Depth looks good. Judges agree.
Bar loaded on 1. Good lift on 2, 2 to 1.
Abdul Salim of India, 170 kilo on the bar loaded for his second attempt. 10 kilo jump for him.
Bar loaded on 2.
Looks like he's still got a lot more in the tank. And judging by his previous personal best of 190,
Good lift on
he
1,
does.
2 to 1.
2 white lights, good enough. Tomas Edvinson of Sweden. 220 kilo loaded on the bar for Tomas. Taking a relatively standard 10 kilo jump.
Good lift on 2, 2 to 1.
Well, there's definitely a sticking point there, but he battles through it. He gets 3 white lights, but I would caution a smaller jump for his third. We'll take another look at this. Dips into the hole and rebounding out. He never really loses form, but the bar speed slowed.
Bar loaded on 1.
Frederick Correa of Sweden, his teammate on Team Sweden. Representing the whole nation, taking 230 kilo for his second attempt. 12.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Bar loaded on 2.
It looked like he had a bit of the same spot for a sticking point, but he also battles through it. 2 out of 3 his lift passes. We'll take another look at this here. Drops into the hole and about the midway point slows.
Bar loaded on 1.
Keeps his chest up, elbows down, knees tracking, and able to work through it. Now Eno Langelots of Spain. 240 kilo, 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Good lift on 1.
3 white lights, and just an update. Now Edvinson has opted to scratch from Edvinson from Sweden, opted to scratch his third attempt. And in a flight of 10 lifters, When two lifters scratch, all of a sudden the lifters are now lifting a whole lot quicker with a lot less time in between their attempts to recuperate. Keto Island of Canada, 247.5 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Big breath and a brace. Slow and steady wins the race. He had told me yesterday he's a slow squatter. It's not necessarily an indication of how close he is to his limit, and that's just his squatting style. Not the fast, explosive type. He likes the descent slow and steady into the pocket and control it on the way up. 250 kilo loaded for Hansen of Norway. $10-kilo jump for the Norwegian. And he handles it relatively easily. 3 white lights. And although we're seeing some of these lifters opt to not come out for the second and third attempts, nobody has failed to lift yet. $252.5 kilo loaded on the bar for Nicholas of Hungary. Nicholas definitely in the running for a podium finish. What color is that medal? We don't know. A lot of lifting left to do. But he's a heavy favorite. And here's 12.5 kilo he could add to that campaign should he hit this. And it looks like he does. 3 white lights. Take a look at this squat. You see his bar path bang on, never veers off the straight up and down, which allows him to fight when he needs to. And 265 kilo being loaded for the Frenchman, Sebastian Huffer. 20-kilo jump from his opener. It's a decent-sized jump, but if he's used to it, if this is how you train, and you like big jumps to help conserve that energy, you know, some of these lifters come in knowing I got 5 to 6 good fights in me, and there's no sense loading the bar heavy every time out then if we got 9 attempts. And we'll see what the judges say about that depth. And I'm going to have to go ahead and agree. The bar speed was good. He's strong for it, but he cut the depth. You'll see here, that's not going to pass the IPF World Championship. And here's the thing. Sometimes when you take a 20-kilo jump, you unrack it, and the weight actually feels significantly heavier. Self-preservation kicks in, and you start cutting. You know, you cut the depth a little bit. It's just a natural reaction when the bar is that much heavier than your last time you had it on your back. He can make the adjustment. The bar speed was good, but he's got to drop it a little deeper. Hansen of Denmark, 162.5, and we're on to our final squat attempts on Platform 1, 93-kilo Master 1s. A little bit of stalling, but he locks it out. Two out of 3, and he passes, finishing his day 3 for 3. Abdul Salim of India coming out for 177.5 kilo. Abdul, second attempt was 170 kilo. We'll see if the 7.5 slows him or possibly breaks him. Not today, sir. Abdul, 3 white lights and 3 for 3 in the squat event. Might have even had a couple more kilo in him, if I'm honest. No breakdown in technique there. 240 kilo loaded on the bar for Frederick of Sweden. Frederick's fellow Swede opting not to come out for the third attempt, but Frederick will hit the platform for the home nation crowd. Oh, little wobble. Nope. Excellent job by the spotters there. Caught it just in time, and he thanks them. You can see he drops into the hole, and as he hits the bottom of the squat, tries to come out, but loses the tension that he had. And once that happens, it's really hard to regain it mid-squat and finish that. 245 on the bar for Eno of Spain. 5 kilo jump. Oh, wow. Nope. Just a little too much for a second there. I thought he might have it. Again, the spotter's doing an excellent job catching that. He looked for a second there like he might be able to muscle through it, but just a little too much. We have 252.5 kilo being loaded for Keto Allen of Canada. Definitely a favorite to finish on the podium. Along with the Norwegian, along with the Hungarian, and the Frenchman. This is going to be a highly competitive class. If he's going to get on that podium, these kilos could help. Again, slow and steady. 3 white lights. You see how he braces, keeps the tension on. An extremely strong individual, never gets pitched forward. And Henson of Norway coming out. 255 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Nicely done. Henson is looking to grab some kilos because he wants to get on the podium. It's going to be a very tight finish, and this looks like it's going to be his event, so he's gone 3 for 3. And amongst those who are podium contenders, we haven't seen a whole lot of misses. 257.5 loaded on the bar for Miklos of Hungary. Bombs it in. Looks good. 3 white lights. Miklos goes 3 for 3, and we have 1 squat left. Sebastian Huffer of France. If you remember, Sebastian had a huge 20 kilo jump from his opener. And he handled the weight in terms of bar speed well, but he cut the depth a little bit, got a little shy, needs to trust himself with it. It's his 3rd and final attempt. And if he can hit it, that's 20 more kilo towards his total. And he quickly establishes himself as a podium threat. It was better. I'm not sure if it's good enough. We'll see in a couple seconds here. No.
I'm sorry, no lift on 1, 2 to 1.
Definitely got closer. Take another look at this here. And if you're wondering, so we have 3 judges, and they're dispersed on the platform in different areas. And sometimes one side judge will give it a white, sometimes one side judge will give it a red. And that's due to, often you're going to find, these lifters' hips don't always rest exactly parallel with each other. So on one side he might hit depth, and on the other side he might not. Nevertheless, the squat event is over, concluding with the Hungarian taking the gold, Hansen of Norway taking the silver, and Keto Allen of Canada taking the bronze. Make sure you come back in 20 minutes. This is a tight battle for the podium finish, and you're going to want to see how the bench press goes. Six-pack lap it at. See you in 20. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here in Homestead, Sweden. This is six-pack Lapidat on Platform 1. We have the Master 1 93 kilo class. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Alico. And we are actually here at the Alico headquarters. Alico, not only one of our primary sponsors, but when we needed a venue, stepped up and literally welcomed us into their home. Relatively last minute. It was an 11th hour situation. So here we are using their beautiful equipment, and without their support, literally this could not have happened and been possible. Also like to give a thank you to SBD, always a huge supporter of the IPF World Championships and the athletes here. So thank you to Alico and SBD for all of their generosity. And we are going to start the bench press event with 110 kilo loaded on the bar for India's Abdul Salim. And if you watch the squat event, you know how close this battle is. Every kilo is going to mean something here. Sometimes we walk into these sessions and somebody is a runaway favorite. And they're winning, and they're winning, and then they win. That is not the case here in the Master 1 93 kilo class. We expect some battles, and every attempt is going to matter, and attempt selection is going to be key by these national coaching staff.
110 kilos for Abdul Salim of India. Bar is loaded.
Abdul Salim gets the bar is loaded announcement. Abdul went 3 for 3 in the squat. Looked like he had a couple more kilo in the tank, I thought, after his third squat. So he should be relatively fresh. And the bench moved pretty easily. 3 white lights for him.
This is the Tomas of Denmark.
115 kilo being loaded on the bar for Tomas Hansen of Denmark.
Minutes to lift off on 1, 10 minutes to change on 2, 10 minutes to change over on 2.
Three white lights, and this is a good time to go over the bench press rules. When setting up, you're allowed to have your butt off the bench, on rack, get yourself settled. When your elbows are locked and you stop moving, you will get the start command. Lower the bar to your chest. You'll get the press command when the bar is motionless on your chest. And then when you press it out and your elbows are locked again, you'll get the rack command. Now you cannot raise your head. You cannot raise your butt. You can't start picking up your feet again. Those are all infractions. 3 commands in the bench press. Only 2 in the squat and only 1 in the deadlift. 140 kilo being handled by K. Mild of Germany. 3 white lights. 150 kilo loaded for Sebastian Huffer of France. Now, Sebastian in the squat event, if you remember, came out with the light opener, made a massive jump on his second attempt. A bit of a high-risk, high-reward situation. Conserve a little bit of energy. However, if you miss those kilos, and unfortunately he did miss his second attempt. Retook it on the third, missed it. Will be interesting to see if he takes the same approach with attempt selection in the bench press. That was a very smooth, easy bench opener. 3 white lights. I'm expecting a bit of a more conservative second attempt relative to the squat event.
Bar is loaded, 155 kilos.
Eno Langalots of Spain. 155 kilo being loaded on the bar for him. Smooth, easy opener. That's what you want to see. The opener is not the time to gamble. You want to get yourself on the board. The temptation is, if you miss your second and third, your opener, which will have to go towards your total, is big enough to start building a decent total. But that is, you can get greedy. Because if the opener's heavy, and you're not on your A game for a variety of different reasons, you might miss it. 155 kilo, and Hansen of Norway does not miss his opener. 3 white lights. He smiles. You see, once the leg drive kicks in, the body tenses up. The bar comes off the chest smoothly, and 155 kilo will stay on the bar for Frederick of Sweden. Had the opportunity to speak to Frederick in the warm-up room. He said he was enjoying the telecast earlier this week. And that's a nice, smooth, easy opener right there. That's what you want to see. 3 white lights. To lift off on 2, 6 minutes to change openers. 170 kilo now being loaded for the Canadian champion, Keto Allen.
Keto Allen of Canada.
Keto went 3 for 3 in the squat event and is definitely a favorite for a podium finish. Not expecting anything too crazy here on the bench press. And as I said earlier, Keto has said he is not a fast twitch lifter. If you remember in the squat event, his opener looked a little bit slow. And if you were just paying attention to bar speed, you might think, wow, he might be actually already close to his limit. Not the case. The bar kept getting heavier and the speed stayed consistently slow. And that's how some lifters lift. It can be deceiving. Tomas Edvinson of Sweden, 175 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Smooth, easy opener. 3 white lights.
175 remains on the bar for Miklos Fekete of Hungary. Bar is loaded. 175 kilos, Miklos Fekete, Hungary.
The Hungarian, the final lifter on platform 1 for his bench opener. 175 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Got the gold medal in squats. It makes easy work of 175 kilo. Starting to establish himself as a gold medal favorite, but it's tentative. We're still a little early in the day. 3 white lights for him. There's a look at the Master 193s for the bench results. After the openers. So 115 kilo loaded on the bar for Abdul Salim of India. Has not missed a lift yet today. It doesn't look like he's going to miss that one either. Let's see if the judges agree. They do. 3 white lights. And Abdul Salim looks like he's got some more kilos in the tank. $125 kilo load on the bar for Tomas Hansen of Denmark. Nice sizable 10 kilo jump for him on the bench press. Three white lights, and Tomas is 2 for 2 in the bench press event.
5 minutes to lift off on 2. 2 minutes to change openers on 2.
145 kilo loaded for K. Mild of Germany. Still looks well below his previous personal best. 5 kilo jump from his opener, which moved very well. Not expecting a major battle. Three white lights, and so far nothing but smooth sailing in the Master 1 93 kilo bench session.
Definitely the most dynamic lifter on platform 1 today. Bar is loaded. Helge Hansen of Norway.
160 kilo now for Helge Hansen of Norway. The Norwegian is neck and neck with Huffer of France in the projected at 667.5. If he's going to get on that podium, he needs to collect these kilos. 3 white lights, and he does.
162.5 Eno Langelots of Spain. Bar loaded, 162.5 kilos for Eno Langelots.
162.5 kilo loaded for Eno Langelots of Spain. Clasping his belt, the only piece of equipment you're allowed to adjust on the platform.
No more changes to openers on 2. No more changes to openers on 2. Referees and loaders to the platform, please, on 2.
Fairly smooth. 3 white lights.
162.5 kilos. Same weight on the bar. Sebastian Huffer of France. Bar is loaded. 162.5.
And we are halfway through the second attempts in the bench session. Not a single failed attempt yet. Sebastian Huffer of France. My producer here looking at me saying, please do not jinx somebody. I've been pulled aside saying I've jinxed people before. Sebastian had missed the second squat attempt, but looks like he's not missing the second bench. Made the adjustments, and that's what you got to do at the IPF World Championships. Fair play. And these are precious kilos he's going to need.
First weight on 2, 117.5 kilos for Sasaki of Japan.
162.5 loaded on the bar for Frederick of Sweden. 7.5 kilo jump for him. Nicely done. And on the scorecard, a sea of green. You see, some of these gentlemen keep their legs relatively tight to the bench. You can actually squeeze the bench with your thighs It grounds you, does a couple things for you in terms of keeping the tension you created while getting that arch. It stays there, as well as, to an extent, stops your butt from rising, leaving the bench, which is an infraction. Keto Allen of Canada, 175 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Keto looking to pull away from some of the pack and possibly catch up to the Hungarian for the overall gold. $5 kilo jump on the bench, 3 white lights. That's 5 more kilo towards his total. Again, true to form, Keto is pretty slow on that bench, but it's consistent. Tomas Edvinson of Sweden, 180 kilo for his second attempt.
Ready on 2. Bar loaded on 2.
Pretty smooth second attempt. 5 more kilo for his total.
Deadlift on 2. Bar loaded on 1.
And we are now at our final second attempt by Miklos of Hungary.
Bar loaded on 2.
The Hungarian looking to add 7.5 kilo towards his total. Based off the squat and what we've seen in the bench so far, he's got the lead, looking to increase the spread from the rest of the pack. And it looks like the spread just got increased by 7.5 kilo. Still a lot of lifting left to go. But he's making his case. Now we're moving on to the third attempts. Every single lifter got their opener. Every single lifter got their second attempt. And this is how we look in the bench division right now. But coming into third attempts, I suspect we're going to see a few failures as these gentlemen are jockeying for position and potentially a podium finish. And also something to keep in mind, if you finish in the top 5, you are adding points to your national team. So a lot of this is strategic, not just for yourself, but the bigger picture. Abdul Salim of India, 117.5 kilo loaded on the bar for him. And Abdul, 3 white lights, has not missed a lift yet today. Attempt selection, pretty quite on point. Tomas Hansen of Denmark, 130 kilo loaded on the bar for his third and final bench press. 5 kilo jump, 5 kilo below his personal best. Should be well within reason.
Good lift on 2. Bars loaded on 2.
Rewarded with 3 white lights, 3 for 3 in the bench press.
Bar loaded on 1.
And K. Mild of Germany, 150 kilo, loaded on the bar for his third and final bench. 5 kilo jump. His profile says he has hit 157.5.
Good lift on 2. Bar loaded on 2.
Nope, not today.
No lift on one.
Another infraction worth noting. The bar can only be moving in one direction after you get that press command. So when the bar starts coming back down, it's not going to pass. No use unloading the tank, fighting for something that's, even if you end up locking it out after that, you're not going to be credited with it. You need that fuel for the deadlift. 165 kilo loaded on the bar for Hansen of Norway. This will equal his personal best. 3 white lights.
Bars loaded on 2. Bar loaded on 1.
Eno Lengalats of Spain, 167.5 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Eno taking a 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
Good lift on 2 for Robin.
7.5 kilo above his previous personal best. Uncharted waters for Eno, but 3 white lights for him, and he's happy with it. Alejandro there on the side, helping handle him today. Actually won the IPF World Championships in the Master 2s earlier this week. Sebastian Huffer of France. 167.5 kilo loaded for him. Looking to go 3 for 3 in the bench press event. Nicely done. Sebastian picks up 5 kilo, and he's going to need those kilo. In the projected, he is neck and neck with Hansen of Norway with 672.5. Now, a lot can happen in the deadlift event. Again, the projected just takes all of the lifts completed as well as the deadlift opener. But if he wants to make a play for that podium, those kilos are going to come in handy now. Frederick of Sweden, 167.5 kilo for his final bench press attempt. 5 kilo jump from the second. Looking to go 3 for 3. Just a little too much today.
Loaders on 1, no lift on 1.
You see his butt came off the bench, and that was never going to pass regardless. Loaders took it, and we have Keto Allen, 177.5 kilo loaded for him. 2.5 kilo jump from his second attempt. That's expected. That's 2.5 kilo he could use.
Bars loaded on 2.
And that looked fairly consistently with bar speed with the second. 3 white lights. And I was saying earlier, his the bar speed, it's slow, but consistently slow throughout all 3 lifts from his opener to his third. 185 kilo loaded on the bar for Edvinson of Sweden. This will move him from second to first in the bench press event. For bench gold, Tomas, 185 kilo. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights, and there's a there's 1 gold medal for the home nation in the bench press event. Now, Miklos of Hungary already has the silver medal in the bench press event locked up. Does not need to hit this for that silver medal. However, he does need this 2.5 kilo thrown onto his total because Keto Allen is now 6 for 6. And Miklos of Hungary is also 6 for 6, and the battle is on, ladies and gentlemen. Take another look at this bench press. Look at the setup. The shoulder, fulcrum of the lever, beautifully tucked underneath the touch point. And that is how the bench session wrapped up, with the Swede taking gold, Miklos of Hungary taking silver, and Keto Allen of Canada taking the bronze. Don't go anywhere. In 20 minutes, we're going to go into the deadlift session and see how the battle concludes. This is Six-Pack Lapidat on Platform 1. See you in 20. And welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Homestead, Sweden. Six-pack lap it out. We are on platform 1 where the Master 193 kilo lifters are in the midst of a battle for the IPF World Championships. I want to give a quick shout out while I can to Alico. We are at Alico headquarters right now. Last minute, we needed a venue, and Alico opened up the doors to the home, and here we are, as well as SPD for their support, both to the IPF and the World Championships. Without that support, this wouldn't have been possible, and to the individual lifters as well. And we will begin the deadlift session. 190 kilo, loaded on the bar for Abdul Salim of India. Abdul Salim has not missed a lift yet, and I don't think it's going to happen with this opener. Very well selected attempt selections by the national Indian team, getting the most out of their lifter. Nice smooth opener, and that's what you want to see. The opener is not the time to gamble. As soon as you hit your deadlift opener, your total is guaranteed. You can no longer bomb out of the competition. Then you can start making some riskier moves if you need to. Some of these gentlemen are going to be fighting to enter the top 5, get some team points. Some of these gentlemen are going to be fighting to get to the podium. And some of these gentlemen are going to be fighting to win the title of an IPF World Champion. 200 kilo loaded on the bar for Tomas Edvinson of Sweden. Easy work. 3 white lights.
Good lift on 2. Loaded on 1.
210 kilo being loaded on the bar now for Tomas Hansen of Denmark. Quick reminder of some of the rules for the deadlift. There is no start command. When you are told that the bar is loaded, you have 60 seconds to hit the platform and complete your lift. You begin your pull until you're in upright position, knees locked, shoulders back, and then and only then are you going to be given the down command. The bar, just like the squat and the bench press event, it's only going in one direction. If it's on its way up, stutters, goes back down, then back up again, that's a no lift. 225 kilo on the bar for Eno Lengelots of Spain. Three white lights. Also, just like the other lifts, if you take a step back, you can't re-steady yourself and then complete the lift, and that'll be a no lift.
No lift on 2, 2 to 1.
Hansen of Norway, 252.5 kilo loaded on the bar for his opener.
Good lift on 1.
And I don't think any of these gentlemen are going to miss their openers. They've been pretty on point with their attempt selection. Sebastian Huffer of France, 260 kilo for his opener.
Good lift on 2.
Nice smooth deadlift right there. Well done. 3 white lights, I'm assuming. Yep. He's on the board. His total is solidified. 260 will stay on the bar for K Mild of Germany. Easy deadlift opener. Nicely done. 3 white lights.
Followed it on 1. Sorry, no lift on 2.
260 kilos stays on the bar once again. Frederick of Sweden told me the deadlift is his favorite of the 3. Easy, smooth opener. A lot more in the tank there. 3 white lights. And Canada's Keto Allen opening with 270 kilo.
Bars loaded on 2. 207.5 kilos, Anthony McLagan of Ireland.
The Canadian national team coach, Jeff Butt, who won a silver medal early this week, asking for the bar to be cleaned off. Keto Allen likes his hand placement a little bit different. And he's in the midst of a battle for the podium. What color his medal is going to be hasn't been decided, but any factors, you need to put it in your favor if you can.
That concludes the bench on 2. 20-minute break on 2. 17 minutes to change openers on 2. Okay, it's deadlift on 1. Keto Allen 270.
Double overhand hook grip.
Up it goes.
And it looked like he might have beat the down command by half a second. We got a replay, but you're not going to hear the down command, so it's it looks good on the replay, but it's all about the timing there. I think Keto half knew it. Instead of starting off the platform confidently, he waited on the platform for the lights. And that was the first miss by Keto. 272.5 loaded on the bar now for Miklos of Hungary, who has not missed. 3 white lights for Miklos, who's starting to pull ahead a little bit. Keto Allen opting to retake 270 in his second attempt. Previously, he looked like a pretty solid pick for silver and possibly a run at gold, depending on how Miklos' deadlift session goes. After missing his opener, he might be tempted to not make a jump towards gold and just defend silver, as Hufner and Hansen might make a run at him. 200 kilo for Abdul Salim of India. 3 white lights, and himself is still batting 1,000 and has not missed yet. Bar is loaded, 220 kilo for Tomas Edvinson of Sweden. Add another 20 kilo to Tomas's total.
220 remains on the bar for Thomas Hansen. The bar is loaded. 220 kilos.
Tomas Hansen of Denmark also looking for a 220 kilo second attempt.
Good lift for Tomas at 220.
3 white lights.
240 next weight on the bar. Eno Langalot is Spain.
Eno Langalots of Spain attempting a 240 kilo second attempt. 15 kilo jump from his opener. This would equal his personal best and hold in the top 5. Again, trying to collect some team points for Team Spain.
$15
15 kilos slowed him, but could not stop him. And 270 kilo will be loaded for Hansen of Norway, who is in a rush to get out there. 17.5 kilo jump from his opener. And he is looking for a podium finish, but he's in a battle for it. That's going to help. That's going to help. A little dizzy there. He's a little worked up, but he gathers himself. 3 white lights. When he comes through and sees those, he'll be happy. And we have ourselves, it's going to be a deadlift battle right to the finish. 270 is going to stay on the bar for Keto Allen, who missed his opener. Looked like he just jumped the down command. Got a little excited, but the strength was definitely there.
Sasha, the timing string, please. Down. Sasha, catastrophe.
No, and this time, I'm wondering if it was the knees. Knees are a little soft on both sides. Again, the strength is there. These are technical things that are happening. A little bit of breakdown. And Keto Allen, who looked like a potential gold medal favorite if he could have a good deadlift session, and definitely a podium favorite, is now possibly facing elimination if he can't get 270 up, locked out, and to the standard of IPF Worlds. We'll see how that unfolds. 275 kilo loaded on the bar for K. Mild of Germany. Three white lights. Well, if we thought we were going to settle into an easy prediction on the 1, 2, 3 in the Master 193s, guess again. Drama has come and struck, and tension is rising. Sebastian Huffer of France. 277.5 kilo loaded on the bar for Sebastian. And all of a sudden, Sebastian is right back in the hunt for a bronze, maybe a silver. This 17.5 kilos sure would help. Looks good to me. And Sebastian's back in the hunt.
Frederick Correa.
Sweden, Frederick Correa, jumping 20 kilo from his opener. Made easy work at 260 earlier. Might be pulling himself close to a deadlift medal. See how this moves. Oh, wow. Moved pretty well for him. He wasn't lying. Deadlift is definitely his event. 3 white lights there. In the final second attempt, the Hungarian Miklos really starting to pull away here, pardon the pun. Looking to increase his spread, convince the rest of the pack, don't be looking at my gold. You're battling for silver and bronze. And that might have done it. Judging by the war cry, I think he knows the signal he sent out to the rest of the 93s and the Master 1s. And Abdul Salim of India will be attempting a 202.5 kilo. There's a quick look at the score sheet where you can see Miklos is really pulling ahead here. 40 kilo now spread. That's all but assured now. But you do see 690 and 690 and 672.5. Let alone Keto Allen, as soon as he gets his first deadlift on the board, where's he going to shuffle in? Somewhere at the top. The podium is stacked. We got 4 or 5 gentlemen, and there's only 3 spots. Somebody's getting pushed off the podium in these final deadlifts. Who's it going to be? It's not going to be Miklos. 202.5 by Abdul Salim of India. Has not missed a lift yet. And my producers are telling me I jinxed them, and I refuse to accept it, gentlemen. The curse is not real. 230 kilos being loaded on the bar now for Tomas Edvinson of Sweden. 10-kilo jump from his second attempt.
Just under 10 minutes remaining on 2, 7 minutes to change openers. Bar loaded on 1, 230 kilos, Edvinson of Sweden.
Looking to go 3 for 3.
No, a little too heavy at 230.
A little too heavy for him. Grabbed his back, and you know what? As they say in poker, do not chase bad money. If it doesn't feel right, don't continue. He'll be back another day. 235 kilo being loaded for Hansen of Denmark. 15-kilo jump for him. Oh, struggles to the knees, but the brakes come on. A little too much today.
No lift, I'm sorry, no lift at 235 for Hansen.
$245 being loaded on the ball for Eno Langalots of Spain. And will Eno be our first 93 to hit his third attempt?
Bar loaded, 245 kilos, Eno Langalots of Spain.
No, not today.
Too heavy for Eno, no lift, no lift at 245, 270. Next weight.
Now 270 kilo being loaded for Keto Allen. If he hits this, if he misses, he's eliminated. If he hits this, it's a silver. Talk about all or nothing. Talk about a drastic change in fortune. One deadlift. He needs to wait for the command, He needs to lock his knees, proper adjustments. The strength is there. Silver medal in hand if he could do this. There's still some more deadlifts to go. But he will pull himself from 10th to 2nd. The former MMA fighter ready to fight for it. Needs to lock those knees. Has he done it? 2-1, and it's good. Keto Allen pulls himself into a silver medal position, if temporarily. We still got some pulling to go. Talk about a dramatic finish to his day. Wow. Cruising through the squats and the bench press, 6 for 6. Gets into the deadlift event, and things got a little too excited. He can look back at it a couple days from now and appreciate the excitement, but I'm sure the stress, it made for good viewing. And that actually was our first successful third attempt deadlift. Henson of Norway, 275 kilo for Henson. This pull is for a podium placement. And it looks like he might have done it. Henson has pulled himself into a bronze medal position. However, Sebastian Huffer of France has yet to pull his third dead. 282.5 kilo loaded on the bar for Sebastian. Looking to pull himself from 4th onto the podium with the final deadlift of the day. Can Sebastian do it? IPF medal is in his reach. All down to the final dead. Oh, wow. Big finish for Sebastian. Snags that bronze medal. Started off with a shaky squat session, finished off with a solid deadlift session. It's not about how you finish. It's not about how you start, sorry. It's about how you finish. Sebastian finished with the bronze. 282.5 stays on the bar for K. Mild of Germany. Looking at 7.5 kilo to his total. We started off with some misses in the deadlifts. The tide is turning for the 93 Master Ones. Can K continue the positive momentum? He says yes, he can. 3 for 3 in the deadlifts, 3 white lights. Tosses the belt, won't be needing this for the rest of the day.
Next weight on the bar. Advance the score sheet, please, Sasha. This is 287.5 kilos for Frederick Correa of Sweden.
And 287.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for Correa of Sweden.
Okay, we're good. 287.5.
Frederick hit 280 in his second attempt. And if he hits this, he'll move himself in the deadlift event from 4th to 1st. I bumped into Frederick in the warm-up room. He told me deadlifts was his event.
No more changes.
You know, he'd like to finish on the podium. If he finishes with a gold medal in the deadlift event, even better. Add to that, he's collecting team points. Overall, pretty good day for Frederick. How's his day going to end? At best, the gold in the deadlift. At worst, the silver. Can he pull himself onto the deadlift podium? He's got it to his knees. The answer. Oh, just that lockout. Very, very close. Still a great showing by Frederick. Grabbed himself some team points for the home nation. He's got to be happy with that.
This is a Miklos Fekete of Hungary. We're loading with out 190 on 2 for Yoichi Sasaki of Japan.
And Miklos of Hungary. 307.5 kilo. Miklos, your Master 193 kilo world champion, has been absolutely perfect the entire day. 3 for 3 in the squats, 3 for 3 in the bench. Will he be 3 for 3 in the deadlifts? Not today. Miklos will finish, though, with a 730 kilo total. The IPF World Championships in the Master 193s. And there is your conclusion. Keto Allen taking the silver. Huffer of France taking the bronze in dramatic fashion. He had quite the battle with Hansen of Norway. We promised you dramatics, and you got it. There's a look at the score sheet right there. Very tight. The silver medal being decided on body weight alone. Quick shout out to Alico and SPD for their sponsorship. Six Pack Lapidat signing off. Do not go anywhere. We will return with the medal sessions.
Mr. Gaston Ponage, and the President of the EPF, Mr. Arnold Wallstrom. Round of applause as these gentlemen come onto the platform.
Where's the Indian lifter? Where's your lifter?
Okay, first the participation medals. Okay, everyone has their medals. We are ready to present the medals for the individual lifts. Look how close this was, ladies and gentlemen. 5 kilos separating bronze and gold. In bronze medal position on the squat with 252.5 from Canada, Keto Allen. Inventor of the famous diet. He wasn't. In silver medal position with 255 kilos from Norway, the most dynamic lifter I have ever seen on the platform. It is Helge Hansen. And in gold medal position on the squat from Hungary with 257.5 kilos, Miklos Fekete. Thank you, gentlemen. And we now move to the bench press. You left you hanging, didn't he, Keto? 177.5 kilos gives the bronze medal to Keto Allen of Canada. Other side, other side. Thank you. 185 for silver goes to Hungary's Miklos Fekete on body weight. Because 185 kilos was also pressed by Sweden's Tomas Edvinson for the gold medal. Just a little bit lighter today. And now we move to deadlifts. Again, we had a bodyweight competition between bronze and silver. In bronze medal position from France, Sebastian Huffer with 282.5 kilos. In silver medal position, also with 282.5 kilos, from Germany, Kay Milder. And in gold medal position with 287.5 kilos from Hungary, Miklos Fekete. So very, very close, such epic competition. And now we find out the best results, the overall. In bronze medal position with 695 kilos from France, it is Sebastian Huffer. In silver medal position with 700 kilos from Canada, Keto Allen. And your new Masters 1 93 kilo world champion with 730 kilos total from Hungary, it is Miklos Fekete. Gifts from our sponsors, Eleco, of course. That will keep you warm in the cold, cold winter. And ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Hungary. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 93 kilo Masters 1. Thank you, gentlemen. If you would prepare to leave the platform in an orderly fashion, following Mr. Gaston Farage, IPF President, Music Maestro, if you please. And if you give us just a moment, we're not forgetting the 105 kilo class. So they will be brought out onto the platform in a moment, but there were quite a lot of them. They're quite big guys. And this is a lot like herding cats. Ladies and gentlemen, the 105 kilo Masters 1 lifters, following Mr. Gaston Farage. Once again, medals will be presented by Gaston Farage, IPF President, Arnold Falstrom, EPF President, and ably assisted by none other than Tatiana Melnik of Ukraine. A lady who has worn many hats and done many jobs throughout this competition so far. First, the participation medals. Okay, so the individual lifts first of all. Squats medals for 105 kilo Masters 1 in bronze medal position with 282.5 kilos. Let's get the right medal out there. This is the bronze medal, 282.5 kilos for Great Britain's Ross Grimstead. Other side, Ross, other side, on your left, sir. In silver medal position, from the Netherlands with 285 kilos, Piotr van den Hoek. And the gold medal on squat with 305 kilos from Austria, René Brunner. Oh yes. Landed as lightly as a cat. Well done, gentlemen. We now move to the individual bench press medals. In bronze medal position with 190 kilos from Morocco, Nezar Balil. In silver medal position with 192.5 kilos from the Netherlands, Piotr van den Hoek. No flags on the platform, please, no flags. National pride is a good thing, but flags are banned on the platform because there isn't enough platform for 3 people with flags. And the gold medal on bench press with 205 kilos from Ireland, Mr. Anthony McLagan. And now we move to the deadlifts. In bronze medal position, thank you, gentlemen. Make way for the deadlifts. Never keep getting in the way of the deadlifts. In bronze medal position with 302.5 kilos from Italy, Ruben Manenti. In silver medal position with 305 kilos from Sweden, Abdel Segubi. Look at the smile on his little face. And in gold medal position on the deadlift with 320 kilos from Ireland, Anthony McLagan. Well done, gentlemen. And now, finally, the medals and the gifts from Eleiko for the overall placings. Sasha, if you please, thank you. 770 kilos. Bronze medal position from the Netherlands, Piotr van den Hoek. Silver medal position, 782.5 kilos from Austria, René Brunner. And in gold medal position, your new 105 kilo Masters 1 World Champion and, ladies and gentlemen, Ireland's first ever Classic World Champion, Mr. Anthony McLagan. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the Republic of Ireland. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. If you could prepare to follow Gaston from the platform. Didn't even need queuing up. Thank you.